Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Well, some owners never get the chance to win a Triple Crown race, but John Ebbert did. We are so proud. He's from the state of Pennsylvania, and Arcangelo just defied the odds and made history with this huge win.
No, he surely did. And John was nice enough to come out and spend some time with us. And the first horse he ever had, Danny, made his first start here at Parks when it was still Philadelphia Park. Didn't go quite as well as Arcangelo, and we were able to catch up with John, and he told us the whole story. Here with John Ebbert, owner of Arcangelo, the winner of the Belmont Stakes. John, what have the last few weeks been like for you?
Amazing experience, surreal. I can't, a dream of a lifetime.
And when he's coming into the stretch and he's got a couple length lead and it looks like, hey, we might win this thing, what's going through your mind?
Well, he had a big lead, early in the stretch, and then we kind of saw maybe slowing up a little bit, and they're coming at him a little bit. We're like, just get there, just get there, finish this, and it's, a dream come true.
So, John, we got you out here at Parks today to do the interview. Your first racing experience ever was here. What do you remember about that with a horse who wasn't quite as good as Arcangelo?
So I remember having high hopes. It was my first horse. Steve Rowan trained him. We he was ready to go. He was a two-year-old. He was a two-year-old, and I remember him getting beat. I don't know. He looked like he was going backwards. Probably got beat by 25 lengths or 20 lengths, and it made in special weight. And, you feel a little defeated. Your first horse, and you expect big things, and it takes time for stuff like that to happen. Yeah.
And that was Daydreaming Boy, who turned out never to win a race. Is that correct?
Yeah, he was 0 for 20, not even the money.
And yet you stayed in the game, John.
I stayed in the game. It's something about the horses. They just bring you back. They keep bringing you back for more, and it's just a beautiful game.
So let's talk about Arcangelo. You're at the Keeneland sale. The numbers aren't too high. It gets up to $35,000. You get him. What was the bidding like, and what was it when you got him?
Okay, so I remember I scoped the horse out back back in the barns, and I had a feeling he might go for about $40,000. That's what I thought. They bid up to about 20. I jumped in at 25. They went 30. I went 35. I was kind of hoping they didn't go too much more, and nobody else bid. It was my horse. The rest is history.
And how did you end up with Jenna Antonucci as your trainer?
So Jenna I met the day before I bought Arcangelo. It just seems like we hit it off, and we spent the rest of the sale together.
And how good can this horse be? Because each of his races, John, has been better than the previous one. We don't know where the ceiling is yet.
Well, so when I bought him, I had a plan, and I was kind of thinking Breeders' Cup 2024. I thought it would take this long. He was that immature at the sale that I thought it would take this long, to make him mature. Jenna said he was ready like in December, and I kept saying he's not ready. But eventually he was working really good fractions. So we said, let's take a chance. He ran the second. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to keep getting better if he's fully matured, or he's going to keep surprising us. I don't know.
So, John, after he wins the Peter Pan, you had a big decision to make because you hadn't nominated for the Triple Crown. You had to put up $50,000 to run in the Belmont. Explain what that whole scenario was like.
So we win the Peter Pan. We get to the top of the Belmont room. We're sitting down. We're eating champagne, or drinking champagne, eating a little bit and drinking champagne. They're bringing us our plate, the trophy. And Jenna says, I have some bad news I have to tell you. And I said, what could possibly be bad right now? We just won the Peter Pan. And she says, so since we didn't nominate for the Triple Crown because we had no idea, we thought the horse would develop later as a 3-year-old, late in the 3-year-old year in the fall. And she says, you're gonna have, if you want to go in the Belmont, you have to pay $50,000 to get in. And I thought about it for maybe half a minute, and I said, you know what? He just made the money. Let's go for it.
Greatest decision you ever made?
Best decision I ever made. I was like, it's more than we paid for the horse, but let's go for it.
So, John, now the big question is that we have you here at Parks, September 23rd, the Pennsylvania Derby. I know Arcangelo is up at Saratoga. Can we get you here in September? And I just explained the bonus money to you.
So the bonus money sounds really nice. I can't commit on that. It's on our radar. We're going to have a race before, and we want to see how that race goes. So there's going to be a race sometime in the next, near future, probably at Saratoga, where he's training, and we'll go from there.
Now, how cool would it be for the guy who showed up with Daydreaming Boy to come back, 15 years later with maybe one of the favorites of the Pennsylvania Derby?
That would be amazing. I still remember that day, and being disappointed, basically watching the horse run backwards. It'd be nice to come, be the big dog on top at the PA Derby.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to hear an insider's perspective of what it's like to win a classic race like that, and hopefully we'll see him a lot sooner. He's got some PA breds on the horizon, so it'll be fun to have him here at
Smarty
Parks.
Jones, he could be heading this way, and we'd love to see him here, obviously, on September 23rd for the Pennsylvania Derby. But all the best to John and Jen Antonucci and all the people with Arcangelo. He's a neat horse. That's a great story.
Yeah, we're definitely rooting for Arcangelo.